and they were able to, in the second round, make a move, be aggressive, and were able to target Tate Ratledge in the draft. I thought a great pick. When you look at the tape, my goodness, versatile. I think he can be a great in both run and pass protection. You see an individual that was dealing with a little bit of injury last year, so you didn't get the full complement of what he was able to do. But my goodness, when you see his tape throughout his entire collegiate career, my goodness, Christian, you would project that you now have great competition at the guard spot. Graham Glasgow is going to be in a battle for his job because Tate Ratledge is big, athletic, and I think is a prototypical offensive lineman you want to protect Jared Goff and to open up some holes for Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery.
Yeah, he has elite size and pretty good athleticism for the position. You don't see very many guards that are 6'6.5", maybe 6'7", depending on the day. And I think that some of his production, some of the issues he may have had in terms of agility or getting up the field can be tied back to an ankle surgery that he had this past year that he played through. And I think once he got healthy in the spring and was able to showcase just how athletic he is when fully healthy, I think this is a great pick for the Lions. He fits all their athleticism needs. He's tough, he's physical, and he is not afraid to do the dirty work. And oh, by the way, he has a bunch of starts in his collegiate career at right guard, which is where Kevin Zeitler played before he left. So this is a guy that can just be a natural plug-and-play piece. It's not going to be easy for him because he's got other young bodies. The Lions have drafted 4 offensive linemen in just the last 2 drafts. Everybody's going to be competing for a spot, but it's hard not to like Tate Ratledge, how he'll fit with the Lions from an organizational standpoint and just his personality, but also by his on-field performance. There's a lot to like about this pick. This might be one of their better ones, if not the best pick they made over the weekend. I really like this fit.
Yeah, agree. I like the idea of I had the Lions in my final mock draft targeting offensive line early. And so when you see a player of his caliber and you see an individual that you want to go up and target, I like the idea of, hey, building in the trenches and finding a talent because you saw the offensive line was an area of need. You saw that Graham Glasgow, while he's an aging veteran and is somebody that you can count on maybe to be a backup in a reserve role, I do think that Tate can come in with Christian Mahogany and then a later draft pick. I think you're starting to see the future offensive line start to take shape. And then there's an undrafted free agent they got in Mason Miller, who's also can play tackle and also add depth with Manu down the road. So I'm pretty impressed with the way in which the Lions pretty much seemingly could have, in this draft, I think, restocked the offensive line